What's up, y'all? It's Annabelle with That Good Shit, and I am here with
Destin Conrad.
Destin Conrad. I'm very stoked to be here with you today. You are like a meteoric rising superstar, and watching that process has been so fucking cool.
Thank
So
you.
just
That's
like
so
proud of
sweet.
you and excited for you.
Thank you, love.
You're welcome. How are you feeling today?
I feel great. It's a beautiful day in New York.
It is.
You know, good vibes.
Yeah, great
you feeling?
vibes. I'm feeling good. Also, just like I rode a bike over here.
Ooh,
And
city bike?
City bike. I'm a city bike warrior. The wind was blowing through my hair. I have my favorite songs on, and I was listening to your music in my headphones.
Come on,
Actually,
taste.
I was feeling it, and
Yep.
so yeah, I'm feeling on top of the world right now. Actually,
that.
yeah, I'm feeling good. When you touch down in New York, like, what's the first thing you want to do?
Eat unhealthy things.
Like,
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Bodega food. Chopped
Yes.
cheese.
yes,
Pizza.
all that.
Just Jamaican food. All the things that aren't the best for me that I love.
You gotta do it in New York.
You have
Like
to.
the
Where
real
else?
the real eaters know that like New York is like the spot. So, what's your like favorite meal you've ever eaten in New York City?
Damn, bring it down to one. I love sushi. Damn, I'm not blowing up the sushi spot. No, I'm not telling y'all. What else? Lucien. I love French food as well. I go there. Those are like really good meals. I feel like I've had good meals there. I just passed by it and I thought about it.
Yeah, we love it.
What else? Jamaican food. Miss
Of
Lily's
course.
is good.
Have you been to? There's a place called Studio 151 that's not
I've
far
heard-
from
I've
here.
heard of it. I've
You
heard
should
of
try
it.
that out. It's all like
Yeah?
hand rolls. It's the best sushi I've
Ooh.
had.
Studio
ever.
151.
Yeah, write that down.
Yeah, right.
I'm really excited to talk about Love on Digital, and this is going to be like your debut album. I noticed a pattern that all your projects you've put out before this album all had 9 songs on them. Was that intentional?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I feel like 10 was just serious.
Yeah.
It just made it too real.
And so this being the debut album is what, 15 songs, right? Yeah. So tell me about this being your debut album and like the significance of Love on Digital in comparison to the rest of your discography.
Well, I feel like my fans get mad at me a lot because my songs are short. So this album has a lot of like longer songs and bridges and like multiple hooks and like, you know, just longer songs in general. And it's a full length like album, 15 songs. Whereas like my previous projects were like short and sweet. Outside of that, I don't know. I feel like I'm just telling a little more of a story. I feel like I wasn't necessarily or didn't know how to tell, or wasn't comfortable enough to tell my previous projects. But I feel like I kind of like beat the imposter syndrome a little bit. It still exists, but it's definitely watered down now. So
Yeah.
I blame my fans for that, and like going on tour and like seeing people, real people, like actually their real faces. Yeah, I feel like that's really the main like difference, but it's still like, you know, me, and I try to keep it as like true to me as I can.
Yeah, I'm excited for like the world to see that. Oh my God! Hey, David. We love David.
David Ali, everyone.
David Ali. What was I gonna say? I love how you talk about like putting more effort towards storytelling on this album. Who are some artists that you've looked to inspire how you've gone about telling a story on an album?
I'm big on like sequencing and like transitions and stuff. So like Frank
Yeah.
Ocean's definitely like a good example of that. I love Hiatus Kaiyote. They're my favorite band.
Come on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, you get it. And they same thing. Like their albums just transition so well into each other. Anti by Rihanna is also one of those albums. Like, wow, this from top to bottom, the order, everything. Like, there's a lot. I'm so inspired by so much music.
Yeah. What else are you listening to right now, just in general, that has been inspiring you and like electrifying you?
Oddly enough, a lot of jazz music, a lot of like live jazz albums. Like, there's can I pull out my phone?
Yeah, of course.
There's this.
Let's get into that library.
Right. Yeah. No, we can get into it. There's this artist by the name of Diane Reeves, and she played at Berkeley Jazz Festival in 1989, and it is so good. And I just let that play. It's one of those just like let it play, do shit, clean up the house.
Yeah.
What else? Fine Ass Lanicia, Hi Miss Perfect. This my shit right now. Young Nudie, Stevie Wonder. Lately by Stevie Wonder. I've been crying to that recently.
Love.
So much shit. A lot of jazz though. Sarah Vaughan, Nancy Wilson, Kamasi Washington. Just hella jazz. I've been trying to like listen to more of that and also like listen to music without words sometime.
Yeah, it's good for your brain.
Yeah.
I saw you tweet that you want to start working on a jazz album after this one comes out.
I have. I have been, which is like interesting. It's like challenging my because I'm trying not to do the thing that my first mind goes to, and like push myself to like do other things. So it's been really nice. I've been taking a break, obviously working on this stuff, but I'm excited to like actually get into that.
Yeah. What is Destin Conrad jazz going to sound like?
It's gonna be very inspired by classic jazz, and I feel like people. I'm probably not gonna like do some crazy alternative jazz. I love like classic jazz, but the subject matter will probably be very current, and like what I'm talking about and the like language I use is probably gonna be a little more like current, but the melodies are probably gonna be a little like familiar or nostalgic or yeah, just like classic jazz melodies, but I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Also, I'm not done yet. I'm in the very early stages of it, but
Right.
it's pretty tight so far.
I'm looking forward to seeing that materialize. But let's talk a little bit more about this upcoming album that's about to drop. I loved The Last Time with Teezo.
Hey.
Big shout out to Mr. Teezo Touchdown.
Yes, we love Teezo.
I especially really enjoyed the music video. Tell me about putting together that song and music video with Teezo.
Teezo's such a joy to work with, and I can't wait to make more music with him. We've been talking about it because it was just such a fun session. Like, he came in, we just got right to it. He was just humming with me. We were just coming up with lyrics and, like, just so easy to work with. And, like, yeah, just a joy to be around in general outside of the studio. And for the video, I knew I wanted to do something, like, that was very fashion focused and like looks, and I had some like crazy ideas that didn't end up being a thing, just too much, but like we minimized it in a way that like made sense too. Like, I had some like I was gonna make him like an angel. I wanted him to be in like crazy ass angel wings and like all kind of shit, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's probably one of my favorite videos I think
Yeah.
I've done.
It came out beautifully. I also
Thank
just
you.
love when Teezo really gets in his R&B bag and he's
Right?
like all about the drama.
Oh my god, he's so good.
He's so
I've been such a
good.
fan, so it's like really tight that he's on my debut album because I've been playing him nonstop.
Yeah,
So,
no, that's really exciting. What's the meaning of like the sword and the shield in that music video?
it's almost like okay, and we're saying the last time because we're like, I have to protect myself. This is the last time I'm gonna do this because it's redundant. I feel like the sword and the shield represent like protection and like you protecting yourself from falling into repetition, doing the same thing and hurting yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what the sword and the shield kind of represent.
Okay. We love that messaging. Let's talk about Kissing in Public. I love this song so much. This is one of my favorite songs you've ever made.
Thank you.
Can we talk about the choreo in the music video? Because people were losing their fucking minds over that. Yeah, tell me about putting together that choreo.
I worked with my choreographer, Cass Bright. She's incredible. And yeah, I knew I wanted to dance. Same thing. I kind of like had an idea before we shot the video of just like what I wanted. I knew I wanted like couples making out. I feel like the first thing, like people's first brain was gonna be like, oh, it's kissing in public, so you're gonna have a makeout scene. Like everybody kept saying that to me, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like I feel like it's just so played for me to just be like tonguing some guy down in a video. So like I wanted to like show that like intimacy, but not from me. So we got like all these couples, and yeah, the choreo was just super like fun. I just wanted to have fun, like, and I told my choreographer that, and she executed. And yeah, I'm excited that people are fucking with it because it took a lot of rehearsal. Like I ain't danced in a while, so it was very, interesting.
You made it look easy.
Thank you.
Like
yeah.
you had that shit down. It looked so good.
Thank
Love the
you.
music video. And yeah, I love that song. I also just really enjoy in general the cover art on the album. I love like the colors,
you.
the color of the sky and everything. Tell me about like the creative direction behind that cover.
I knew I wanted to be on a beach, and I wanted to have a computer and like play on the like digital um, aspect of like the digital part of the title. And yeah, I kind of just like I shot it with this guy Angel Rivera, and we went to the beach, and we shot some other things too that eventually I would tell you, but they're gonna come out. But yeah, just other things with like other people, different uh, concepts. But I saw that picture and I was like, wait, I think this is the cover. And we had another cover idea that was very grand and just had more people in it. But I was like, this feels like it. Um, and yeah, we just kind of went with it. We shot it on a whim and it just worked. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks amazing. Really makes you like the center focus point of the
Thank
photo.
you.
Like you look just very like locked in and powerful. Face card is on 10.
Come on.
Like
Thank you.
it looks so good. And on that like theme of digital, love on digital, the story that's kind of being told on this album is like falling into this digital love and then over time realizing that like love needs to exist like in the present, like in the physical. Tell me a little bit about yeah, like coming up with that storyline and what like that experience of digital love has meant to you in your life.
Well, it's the title started from me being inspired by like the digital parts of like R&B and like when R&B shifted into like a digital sound from where it was based off just like having different softwares and like making music on softwares that we didn't have before. So I feel like there was like a renaissance in R&B music. But that was where the original concept of the title came from. But I feel like over time it like became something else, and like I started like viewing it in like a. To be transparent, I was like in a situationship that was like long distance, and I started thinking about the title in that way too. Just like I was sitting on FaceTime with this boy all day, like, and I'm just like, is this how I want to live my life? Like,
Is this how I want to exist?
yeah, like I don't know if I can, do it. So yeah, it definitely took on another meaning. But yeah, I feel like it's. I was just saying this earlier. It's like it's a nuance, but it's not really because I've grown up on the internet my whole life, and like I had a MySpace when I was like 7. Like,
Yeah.
way too young to be on the internet. So like I don't know. It's like it's just learning how to navigate it, I guess, in an authentic way. But I don't know if I can do long distance.
Long distance is hard. I feel like because what year were you born?
2000.
2000, yeah. I was born in 99. So, like, we've existed, like, most of our lives digitally, but there's something specifically, like, we can have, like, a strong, thriving social life online, but when it comes to, like, romance online, that shit is difficult. I've also done, like, a long-distance situationship, and you're literally, like, you only get the version of them on your phone.
Yeah, and I can't. I need the physical.
It needs to be there
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
On the topic of, like, digital dating, in 2025, how are we feeling about dating apps?
No, I really I got on Illuminati Tinder, aka Raya,
Not Raya.
and yeah, I don't know. I went on one weird date. It was weird. It's weird.
I feel like dating apps really peaked in like the late 2010s, early 2020s.
Yeah.
And it's been like a sharp downhill since then. It's been like a sharp decline.
Yeah, decline for sure.
Or maybe I just got older and more aware of like the weirdness that exists on that.
Yeah,
but
I think you just know now.
yeah.
You know what it is.
2025, we're beyond that.
I mean, but I've heard great stories though. Like I've heard people like really make it work with like their online dating situationship. So I don't know.
yeah. To each their own.
To each their own, but just be mindful.
Be mindful. Don't be a fucking weirdo.
Right.
Gee, like it's not
Right.
hard. So when you're in something like a long distance digital situationship and you're gonna send this situationship like a playlist, what are a couple songs you would put on a playlist to send to your crush, your long
Ooh.
distance crush?
Ooh. I would just like look into my library and see all the songs that I think they probably wouldn't know. Because I'm not about to just send you shit that you know. Like I want to be like, oh.
Like I gotta put you on.
Yeah, I want to put you on, right?
Right.
So I don't know. I love Hiatus Kaiyote, so I'm always like Hiatus Kaiyote, like Napalm, like probably some Hiatus, maybe a little Usher. a little like album cut Usher, Seduction by Usher. I'll throw that in there. What else? I love Little Dragon.
Love.
I love like alternative soul. Um, shit. I'll throw some oldies in there, some old shit,
Yeah.
like some like Luther Vandross or some shit. Just throw it, mix it up, little old, little new.
Yeah. Let them know you're tapped in across the
Exactly,
generations.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been brought up twice, so now we just need to talk about the Hiatus Kaiyote album because I feel the same way about that album.
I'm so glad you get it.
Where were you when you heard that album for the
Which
first
one?
time?
Choose Your Weapon, right?
Oh no,
Or
I'm
the
talking
new
about the
one?
new one.
Oh shit!
But wait, which
I
one do
think
you
the
like
new-
more?
Choose Your Weapon saved my life, and I was in high school. When
Okay,
it came
tell
out.
me about the first time you heard Choose Your Weapon.
Oh my god. I was. It was my senior year of high school, I think, and I was so depressed, and I didn't have any friends. I moved back to Florida for a little bit, and I lived with my sister, and I was just down bad, like mentally, like I was not okay, and I would literally walk around school and just blast Hiatus Kaiyote in my earphones, and I would eat lunch. This is so embarrassing. I'm so lame. I would eat lunch like outside of the cafeteria, and I would just eat lunch by myself and listen to Hiatus Kaiyote and just like chills. Those are like my core memories of the album. But like it definitely like helped me a lot. The album. Um, I love the new one too though.
The new one's also insane.
I think I was on tour when that came out, but they're just so good. They're so good and so like there's nobody like that sounds like them.
Nobody.
Like Napalm is like top.
Napalm's an alien.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think a Destin Conrad and Napalm collab would sound like?
Oh my god. I'm freaking out.
I'm sweating.
Right, I'm sweating. I met her one time, you know. Well,
Really?
very briefly. Erykah Badu was performing at a festival, and she was behind me. And I was like, "Is that Napalm?" I'm like, "No, it's not." And I looked back, and it was her. And her Erykah Badu set ended up getting cut short, and I like was leaving. I was like, "I love your music," and she was like, "Ah, la, 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 la." She's literally an alien. I love her.
That's hilarious. That's exactly what I would expect her to say.
Right? Like, so, yeah.
Love that. I really hope that there is a world one day where y'all get to link up and do something together. We're sending it out there. Napalm, if you're watching this, you know what to do. Let's talk a little bit about the features on your album. You got Serpent with Feet on there, who I love, Kehlani, Teezo, Lil Nas X. Tell me about what each of these features brought to the table.
Going into this album, I just knew I wanted to work with people that I'm actually friends with in real life. I didn't want to just make music with somebody because they're who they are. Like, I don't know. I kind of just wanted to like keep it like true to myself in that way. Teezo was probably the person I knew the least, but even then I like met him a couple times and like it was, you know. But everybody I'm on the album I'm friends with, so that was like first and foremost for me. And then obviously people that I respect musically, and just like how they present themselves
Yeah.
was really important. I love Serpent with Feet.
I was about to say, like, I feel like it feels incredibly fitting for you to have Serpent with Feet on this album. Especially, I think y'all both do an amazing job of putting, like, queer sensuality at the forefront of, like, your creative with your music. And so it makes me really happy to see y'all, like, linking up and doing this together.
Yes, I'm his biggest fan. I love Serpent. Yeah, same with Teezo. Kehlani obviously has been, like, such a huge inspiration for me, just musically, outside of, like, being fucking, like, raised with her. But, yeah, like, and same thing with Lil Nas X. Like, I just respect, like, how bold he is and how he presents himself to the world and, like, his carefreeness. Like, I love that. Yeah, that was, like, really what I was thinking about when I chose the features.
Yeah, all incredible features. You were in a music video with Lil Nas X recently.
All right, cover art.
It was cover art, my bad, which was super beautiful. I really love that.
Thank you.
And also, I was reading your interview with, I think it was the Gay Times interview, and you said something that I thought was really like interesting. And you said like it's important for people to see gay men be video vixens. Tell me a little bit about that.
I said what I said. No, I think it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if I saw like a queer man be, I don't know, romanticized in that way when I was younger, it probably would have did something for me
Yeah.
in a positive way. But yeah, I just think it's fire. I want to see more cute boys in videos.
Yeah. More like hottie boys as the video
Yeah,
vixens.
like it's some bad bitches out here for real.
No, honestly, and you're like really leading the pack. Like you're one of the baddest
I
bitches out here
just
to exist.
all I can do is just root for my girls.
how did how does it feel to be one of the sexiest R&B stars out
Oh,
right now?
oh, stop it.
We all know it's true.
No, I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem.
Where do you draw your self confidence from?
My mom is so cool. Like my mom is so cool. My mom.
Yeah,
My mom is fire.
we love.
Like she's always been like just like there was times when I was younger, my mom we would like be going to the grocery store like, damn, I need some oil or something, and I'm like, okay, I'll go to the grocery store with you. And my mom in the mirror putting lipstick on. I'm like, why are you putting lipstick on? She's like, you never know, he might see. She's just that's her energy, like.
That.
So I feel like my mom is definitely a huge part of my confidence.
Absolutely, yeah. I also have a baddie mom. My mom doesn't leave the house without putting lashes on.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
get it.
that definitely instills like a certain confidence in you. And I do say like you're like the sexiest R&B star out right now, not only because of like your physical appearance, but you walk and like carry yourself with such a confidence, and I
thank you
think it
so much.
inspires like everyone who watches you.
Thank
So
you. That's
yeah,
really sweet.
never stop that. Also, this is a more random question. But I was asking some of my friends, like, if you would want to know anything from Destin Conrad, what would you want to know? Someone wants to know what kind of chapstick you use.
Aquaphor.
Yes, I got Aquaphor in my pocket on me right now.
Aquaphor. Yeah, like I'm pretty simple. Vaseline. You know the little Vaseline that's like pink?
Yes,
I like that one.
little
like
tiny pink
It's
Vaseline.
like rose.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. Again, baddies know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another question about just like you as a music listener and a music fan. Sometimes in life, there's like those songs where like you hear a song for the first time and it divides your life into like before and after you heard that song and it like shakes your whole world. When's the last time you heard a song that like totally changed your life?
Man, oh my God, so many songs have changed my life. I want to say this Stevie Wonder song recently. I think I brought it up early in this interview, but Lately by Stevie Wonder is like really like been hidden recently. Like it's been making me feel things. And I knew it when I was younger, but like I recently like rediscovered it and like can like actually listen to the lyrics and be like, whoa, like
Yeah.
But yeah, listen to that song if you haven't. Lately by Stevie Wonder. It's so like it makes me want to cry. So good.
Yeah. Do you cry to music a lot?
Not a lot, but that song. Yeah, I'm not like a big crier. Like I cried recently, but before that, there was like a really long time it's been a really long time since I cried, like years almost. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm a Cancer, so people think I'm like.
I would
like,
assume
oh,
you cry a lot.
Yeah, like people think I'm a crybaby. Like sometimes I want to cry, and I'm like I can't cry. Like what's going on? But yeah,
Do you happy cry often or are you usually just a sad crier?
no, I'm usually a sad crier. I happy do everything else though. I happy twerk. I happy get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many other ways to be happy. We don't need to cry about it.
Right.
Even though you're a Cancer and that surprises me.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I'll have my crying era soon.
Yeah, maybe soon. We'll see. Maybe like the jazz album era will be our crying, our happy crying.
I like that.
Yeah, we're here for that. I'm gonna ask you only one Vine related question. 'Cause I'm sure you get a lot of them. Obviously, we know that you are such a Vine icon. It was like such a rare moment in like human history. You were in the window where you got to become like a Vine icon. In your perspective, if you think about all your other Vine peers, what are the top 3 best post Vine career pivots?
Damn. Quenlin Blackwell is an icon. I love her.
Yes.
Jay Versace. Um, my manager says Shawn Mendes. Shawn Mendes is yeah. He was on Vine. I do remember that.
He was.
Um, bro, there were so many people on Vine. Ricky Thompson. It's like it's crazy how people though like. It's interesting. Like career pivot is one thing, but to like keep doing what you did on Vine in a different way, I feel like that's very admirable too. Like
It's very admirable.
like to still make like Quenlin still makes videos and they're fucking hilarious. Like she's so good at it. Like,
She's one of the funniest people on the internet.
she's literally and in real life too. She's that stupid. Like she is an icon. So yeah, I think it's so tight that like people still have careers that were on fucking Vine and like are killing it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy how literally like 6-second videos can propel you into like a lifetime of
Bruh.
being a content creator
And-
or launch you into being a musician or so many other things.
And like people to this day come up to me like, "You was that boy? You look like that boy from Vine." And I'm like, I'm literally an adult. I was 13. Leave me alone.
I'm
But
literally grown.
I get irritated, but I'm like, oh. At the same time, just be like, oh, like I've come a long way since then.
You've
So,
come a long way, and now you are an incredibly successful R&B artist. Who, by the way, last thing I need to talk with you about is you have a song with Musiq Soulchild.
Oh my god.
And I would love to know just like every detail of your experience working with him.
Well, that was a Spotify set that up actually. It was like a single Spotify singles, and they asked me, and I was like, duh, like, but I was like, I didn't want to get too excited because I was like, I don't know, like shit doesn't happen sometimes, like
Mm-hmm.
And then I pulled up to the studio and he wasn't there yet, and it was just me and my manager and my producer Louis and our other collaborator Dan. And he just walked in and he was hella quiet. Like he was just so like chill. And I low-key wanted to like be a fanboy, but I was just trying to keep it like, really chill. And then as time went on, he opened up more and like just started talking to me about a lot of things, like growing up in Philly and shit, and like a lot of gems he gave me. And like he's really smart and such a sweet guy. And I'm so like, that's one of the things like I randomly remember and I'm like, oh my god, like I made it. Like nobody can talk to. I have a song, Musiq Soulchild. Like nobody talk very, very, very nice to me.
Actually, because that's
Actually.
major.
Yeah, no, and I love. That's also what I would put on the playlist for my crush. I'll definitely throw some music on there. For
Which
sure.
which Musiq Soulchild song would you send to your crush?
Girl Next Door. The whole I Just Want to Sing album. Also one of the albums you can just play top to bottom. Yeah, there's so many. Fuck. Love. 143. It's one of my favorites too.
Yeah. Legendary. Did
Yeah.
you have any like lessons you took away from being in the studio with him?
Oh yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%. Some I want to keep for myself, but like yeah, he just put me on a game, and like it was so interesting just hearing him talk about how he like came up and like hearing it from him. It's different. Like hearing be like, oh yeah, like somebody who knows music, or like somebody who knows this person, like, and you hear it from their perspective. But it was like tight for him to be like, just bring up little things like, oh yeah, when I knew this person when I was in Philly, and I'm like, it's just tight, like hearing backstories of people that you admire. I feel like I just took the energy, like, and like just hearing him write and like come up with things. I feel like that's probably the biggest thing that I took from being in the studio.
Yeah, such a special experience. Well, by the time this interview is out, the album will be out because it comes out in like 2 days, which is so exciting. For everyone out there who's watching who hasn't given it a listen yet, where should they be for the first listen? What are the ideal conditions?
Ideal conditions: earphones, wired earphones, not AirPods. I hate AirPods.
Fuck AirPods.
Fuck AirPods. Wired Apple earphones in a room that's not dark, but like not no overhead lighting. And if you partake in marijuana, maybe a joint, If you drink wine, maybe a little glass of wine, and you just vibe out and you can dance to it. It's not so don't expect no sad shit. I'm not being sad. If you want some sad shit, catch me on another day. Maybe next album I'll be sad, but it's fun music. It's bad bitch music. Yeah, and that's the setting.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, Destin, thank you for your time.
Thank
It's
you.
been so nice to
This
meet
was
you.
fun. So nice to
Yay.
meet you too.
I'm
Are
glad
you
you had
coming
a
to my
good
party?
time. I'm probably going to.
Why
I'm going to come on the
probably?
earlier side.
Okay.
Because I have to go see. I'm going to see Drum at the Blue Note tonight.
Oh, fire!
Which is going to be fly. Which have you been to a show at the Blue Note?
I saw Marsha and Brocious there one time, and it was
Yes.
very emotional for me.
Watch in like a year or two, you're going to be playing the Blue Note with the jazz album.
That's the goal. We've been talking about it. That's the goal for sure.
David, get
Yeah,
on that.
Right. Come on. But my jazz album.
Right, exactly. Thank you, Destin.
Thank you.
Yay. Cool.
That was fun.